Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at a remote line today. This is a First Strike remote line. It's called the Cobra Coil. So it's very similar to the one that they did before when it was a Gorilla Air push to connect. I think they called it the PTC back then, but now the Cobra Coil with the PTC, push to connect. So push to connect, what does it mean? If you're familiar with remote lines already, you know that it's a way to get the tank off the gun, maybe put it on your back, put it in a bag, put it in a backpack, put it somewhere else rather than being on the gun. It'll help reduce the weight of the gun, it'll help maneuverability, it'll make it easier to carry the gun around all day long. So you're gonna get a couple parts with this. You got your coil right here, you've got your ASA or your reducer with your connection there, and then you've got the push to connect. So the way this is going to set up is this part is going to go into the gun. And you can leave it in the gun. You don't need to take it out. You can just screw it in and you leave it there. Make sure you thread it all the way in to where it stops. Then you'll take your bottle and you'll put your bottle on here. Now this has an on and off lever or knob, I guess you want to call it. Just put your tank in. First you want to make sure that this is in the off position or up. Tank on, screw this in to where it gasses up the line. So pressure goes through the line, but will not come out the end until you connect it to this piece right here. So once you're pressurized and you're ready to go, you take your gun and you push it together to connect. Push to connect, just like that. So once you connect it, the pin, which you see right here, will open the valve inside there, lets the air go through and into the gun. When you're done playing, or maybe you just want to disconnect the gun and you're going to lunch or whatever you want to do, you want to set it down so you don't have to carry it, you just push the button, pop the connection apart, this will stay gassed up and the gun will separate from the remote line. So you don't need to undo this, you don't need to turn the gas off, you don't need to do anything like that. You can leave this section pressurized and still disconnect the gun, make it super easy. So remote lines definitely have progressed. They're making them easier to use, and the push to connect system is probably the simplest way out there to keep the line pressurized but still disconnect the gun. So if you're in the remote market and you don't have one and you're looking for the best version, the push to connect is the way to go. So the Cobra Coil from First Strike is a great choice. But maybe if you already have a remote line and you don't have one with any kind of way to shut the gas down without degassing the line, check at this and maybe go for an upgrade right here. So definitely an option to consider. The First Strike Cobra Coil remote line available through the website. Order yours now through ansgear.com.